creating, retrieving, updating, and deleting. Creating, we are using post request. For retrieving, we are using get request. For updating, put, patch. For deleting, so all the four we have worked on it. And in today's session, we are going to work on multiple things. One is local storage. We are going to work on session storage. We are going to work on BCrypt. We are going to work on express code. These are the four concepts which we are going to work on. It one is local storage, and there is session storage, there is BCrypt, and there is express route. These are the four things which we are going to work on. Okay, first of all, we'll look into step by step. What is a BCrypt? Any idea? First, we'll work on this BCrypt. What is BCrypt? Why? Two? So it's like this. You have to understand. We have something called encryption, decryption, and we have something called hashing. What is encryption, decryption, and what is hashing? Encryption, decryption means, now for example, imagine ABC is the password, for example. ABC is the password. You can encrypt it to something else, 0, 1, A, F, HD, something like that, it will be converted. Decrypt means, again convert back to ABC. That is called encryption and decryption. Two ways. Now, where to we use encryption and decryption? I wanted to purchase something through my credit card. I will enter my credit card numbers, CVV number, password, and everything. I'll enter it, and if I say pay, that information will be passed to the servers. Now, if it is passed directly like that, what I am sending, someone can access in between and can collect my sensitive information. For this, what they do, they will encrypt it and send. Now we are sending the numbers of the credit card, but it will be changed to something else and transfer it. Once the server receives it, they will convert it into a normal one and use it. So in between, if someone accesses it, they cannot access the right values. Got your point? This is called encryption and decryption. Now, just to show you an example, I am going to google.com. I'm going to google.com. And are able to see a small lock is here. Small lock. What exactly this lock is? If I click on it, they are saying connection is secure. Connection is secure. Secure means what? Now if I wanted to access any website, I have to type http:// some name I have to give. That means what? Now you are sending something to that website without security. Without security means you can access in between and do whatever you wanted. HTTP means. HTTPS means? Yes means secure. Now it is like this. I have given my comment on Instagram. I say comment, push, put or share or whatever it is. Now that information I am passing it to Instagram, right? Yes or no? If that Instagram website is HTTP, while sending, if someone wants to access it, yes, possible. HTTP yes means while sending, someone wants to access it, still access it, but that is encrypted. Something will be changed into something else and they are passing. In between, someone tries to access it also, they cannot. Even if they access it, they cannot see what it is actually. What it is actually. They cannot use it. So they are encrypting and send and decrypting and using it. Understanding it's like this. Now ABC is something ABC I wanted to send that will be encrypted to AIF at the rate hash underscore like that. It will be changed. This is encryption and passes in between. Then they will decrypt it. Again changes to ABC and use it. Now I am typing my Google password. Password is sensitive. So they don't send password just like that. They will encrypt it and send. Even if someone hacks in between, they cannot get anything from it. Once they reach their Google server, then they will decrypt it and use it. Understood what is encryption and decryption? And like encryption and decryption, we have one more is there called hashing. What? Hashing. Hashing means what? Imagine this is ABC. You are converting it into something else like this. Once you once you have encrypted it, you cannot decrypt back. You cannot decrypt back. That is hashing. Hashing is one way. Encryption and decryption, two ways. Got a point? Confusion? So, encryption and decryption means converting and encrypting and decrypting back to the normal. Hashing is only one way. Now, this hashing is mainly useful for passwords. Hashing is mainly useful for passwords. You cannot convert it to normal, but you can compare. You can compare that gives us true or false. Based on that, we'll be using it. Now, let us see what I wanted to do. Let me open the project which we have created earlier. Let me open map first. Then let me open the project. Login use now it is one we have used it last time. Understood the difference between HTTP and HTTPS? For example, in Google, if I type something, it will be encrypted and sent to Google. They will decrypt it and use it. And they will encrypt and send the results. They will decrypt it and use it. That internally happens. Okay, database is open. Now this is our application. So let me run it. It's a npm start. I'm running the database, click server, client and the server. I'm running all the three. Now I'm clicking on sign up, and whenever I click on this username and the password, and if I click sign up, the same value is storing directly. For example, what I will do, I just type Anil. I'll say Anil at gmail.com is the username, Anil is the password, and I'm choosing the file. Some picture I'm selecting it. I'll say sign up. The account might have created it. Right now I'm coming to login. I'll say honey at gmail.com. The honey, the password, I'll say login. Coming here. Perfectly fine. Now I, as a system admin, as a database admin, I wanted to know his password. So what I will do, I'll come to database because I'll have a database access to it. I will go to the database. What is the database we are connecting? SMS. SMS or Air India? Air India. Right. Now see honey. Now I can clearly see this is the password. Okay, database admin sees it. Okay, imagine he is a good guy. Okay, fine. Someone hacks the database. Then what about them? You might have heard about it. Our database has been hacked. All the information has been compromised. Like you might have heard about it. Apple database has been hacked. Facebook database has been hacked. Now they can tell your password clearly, which we don't want to happen. That's why we will improvise the security by using a JavaScript package called BCrypt. What? JavaScript package called BCrypt. What exactly this does? This uses hashing. Hashing means one way. Now Anil is the password. We will convert this into something. Something it will be converting. But even though it is converted, I cannot convert back to Anil again. But I can compare whether that is Anil or not. This is the hashed one. This is Anil or not, I can compare. But I cannot convert back to Anil again. Okay. Now let us see. I wanted to use this BCrypt to convert this password into hashed and store it. So password will be secure even if someone hacks it. Okay. You know, there are some habits for certain people who writes diary every day before they sleep. They write everything. People who has that habit, they cannot keep everything in their mind. They will write everything, all the secrets also they will write it. What is the risk of it? If somebody gets the diary, gone. Now what is the solution for that? What they do? Usually, they learn okay, hide it also. There is no, hide it in the house only. What they can do, they can learn Chinese. And they will write it in Chinese. They will write Chinese, they will learn Chinese, and they will write in Telugu in Chinese. Then, got a point? Google Translate is there, but they'll do much more smart. Normally, I'm giving an example. So in Chinese, I'll write "Ee roju naga anandamga undi." That I'll write it in Chinese. What Google Translate can do? Google Translate also may not translate it, but I haven't tried that. But anyway, imagine that is the case. So if someone finds it also, they cannot identify what is this. This is something like BCrypt. Now we will try to use that BCrypt. And this is useful for passwords. A library to help you hash passwords. It's It's not encrypting, decrypting, hashing. Encrypting means again you can convert back. Hashing, it's not like that. Now, how do we use it? First of all, we have to install it. First of all, we have to install it. npm install BCrypt. Once you install it into BCrypt, then how do we use it? We have to import it. We have to import it. After importing, what I will do, there is a method called hash. There is a method called hash. And here you give the password. Here you give the password. Imagine in our case, Hanil is the password. So Hanil will be giving it, and we will be giving you salt rounds. I'll tell you what is that salt rounds. And here the callback function. Store the hash in your password. If you want, you can give a callback function here. I think we can use async await also. That's it. We'll use it. Now, first of all, let me install this BCrypt. I'm coming to server and say npm install BCrypt. I'm installing BCrypt. After installing, what we have to do? We have to import it. We have installed it here. I'll go to server. Here, BCrypt equal to what file? BCrypt I have used it. Now, what I will do, I will go to sign up form. I'll go to sign up form. In sign up form through request.body, we are getting the password right. So request.body, we are getting the password. Now, what I will do in this sign up form, request.body.password is the one we are saving it into the database. Now, I don't want it to save exactly like that. Now, what I will do, I'll say BCrypt, which we have installed and imported, BCrypt.hash. Hash is a method of which creates which BCrypt which hashes it. Now, the password will be request.body.password. This is the one typed by the user. And I am giving here salt rounds, we call it. Salt or rounds, we call it. I'll say 10 like this. And I'll tell you what is this. And I'll say await. I'll say hash the password. Hash the password. I'm doing like this. What exactly is this? Await, I have written it, so I have to write this. Exactly, we are doing it, through post we are sending. Using form data, we are receiving it. So the password will be request.body.password. Now that password I am giving it to hash. And what is this 10? Now imagine Anil is the password. Now we are hashing it. This will be converting into $_@ZAI. Something will be generated. Round 1. Again, whatever this is generated, again hash it. Round 2. Again hash it. Round 3. Again hash it. Round 4. Likewise, we are doing 10 times. it is almost impossible to get the password back. Password, encrypt, hashing, again hashing, again hashing, again hashing, again hashing. Likewise, we are doing it. How many times we are doing it? 10 times we are doing it. You can give 20, you can give 30, 40, 50 also. But don't give more than 10. If you give more than 10, it will take a lot of time. And itself, it will take a lot of time. We can wait for that. Not take much time. But more than 10 affects the performance of the application. So what I am doing, I am saying bcrypt.hash. Hash is a method where we are giving the password to hash and how many times. Because that is going to take time, I am writing a wait. Once this is done, I am going to store it to this. I am going to store it to this. And now what I will do, instead of request.body, I will store what I have to store? Hash password. I am going to store hash password. Got my point? Earlier, whatever the user has typed, the same thing I am storing it to the database. Security issues. That's why I am going to hash it and storing it. Hashing I am doing 10 rounds. It is going to take some time. So if we want it to be wait, that's why I am writing a wait. Because I am writing a wait, I am writing a C. Now let me create the account and see. Let me create it. Now it will definitely show error to us most of the chances because we are doing 10 rounds, the password will be too big. Hashed one. But our database limit is hardly 20 or 30, we might have given it. Now, our database, I am clicking on columns, I am clicking on password, limit is 20 only. Now, hashed password will be much bigger. I will give it around 300. Give it around 300. Okay, now what I will do, I will come here. Now I will create a new account. I will be clicking on sign up. I will say Sharon, hi, Sharon at gmail.com, and Sharon is the password. And I am selecting some. Remember the password because once it is decrypted, we cannot do anything. You have to keep remembering. So I am selecting some picture. I am selecting it. I will say sign up. Account might have created it. But now I am coming to database and see what is the password. What is the password? Understood what we have done? This is the hashed password. It is too complicated to break. It's not just converted Charan to this. Charan to hashed, again hashed one, again hashed, again hashed one, hashed, like this 10 times. That is this. Now, if someone database admin comments is the password, can he guess what is the password? No. Someone hacks the database, collected all the data. Can he guess the password? No, he cannot. He cannot decrypt also. Cannot decrypt also because this hashed, it's one way only. Got your point? Understood what we have done? What we have done, we have installed BCrypt and the bcrypt.hash. I have given the plain password and I have specified the rounds. Plain password means password typed by the user is normal. And we have converted it, we have given 10, it will be converted into 10 rounds and it will be giving us the hashed password. Because it is going to take time, I am writing away. And this we have stored. Earlier we were storing this, now we are storing this. Sharon is the password, we have decrypted it, hashed it, and saved it. Now I wanted to compare it. Now I'll come here. I'll say login, and I'll say Charan at gmail.com. I'll say password is also Charan. Now let us see what happens. Click on login. What it says? Invalid username or password. Actually, the password is correct only, but it is comparing with the hashed one. So it's saying it's not matching. To do this, they have another method called compare. They have another method called compare. Are you able to see it? In compare, what you have to do? You have to give the plain password typed by the user, and you have to give the hashed password. This gives true or false to us. If it is true, that means password is valid, otherwise false. Now we will be using compare. Now what I will do, validate credentials is there, right? Validate login. Here I am getting the password. Here I am getting the password. This is the typed password. This is the password stored into database. Now earlier typed password and stored into database both are same. So it is allowing. Now typed password is different, stored password is different because hashed. Now what I will do, I cannot compare like this now. What I will do, I say like this. I say let is valid password equal to, I'll say BCrypt dot compare. First is plain password, which is the password typed by the user. And the second is the hashed password, which is coming from the database, which is this. Yes or no? This is the password typed by the user. This is the password saved it into the database. Now these two I am giving it to BCrypt to compare. This gives true or false. So now what I will do, I will say is valid password is equal to true. Then only it is valid. Otherwise, got a point? Clear? Now let us try it. If I come here and if I say login, still saying invalid, should not be the case. Let us compare. I have to write await, asynchronous. Every activity in BCrypt is asynchronous. I have written await. And even here also, asynchronous. I have given it. Now let us login. Understanding? Now let us try create one more. I am clicking on sign up and I'll say Mastan Bhasha. Then I'll say Mastan at gmail.com and the Mastan is the password. What is the password we are giving? Mastan. Okay. I'm saying choose file. I'm selecting some file and I'll say sign up. Account has been created. But if I go and see into database, what is the database it is stored? This is hashed, it's not hashed one time, it is hashed 10 times. Got a point? If I don't use this in Pulse, I can tell you your Pulse passwords. I can log into your account. Sir, no. But because we have used this, if I go to Pulse database, what happens? I cannot tell. The only option, imagine you forgot your password. The only option is a reset password. Got a point? Understanding what I'm saying? We are hashing password only. No other things needs to be hashed. Understood BCrypt? Now security has improved. If someone hacks our database, no problem. If someone sees the database, no problem because everything is hashed. Now these things won't work because this is not hashed. We are checking hash there. So now these accounts won't. Got it? Understood hash? Next, what is the advantage of using BCrypt? This increases security. Increases security. Next, we are going to learn one more thing called local storage. What? Local storage. What is this local storage? This local storage increases comfort. Local storage increases usability or comfort to the user. Just to give you an example. Now I am typing pulse.yanfree.com. It is asking for the username and the password. Have I typed that username and the password? Automatically it is coming. This feature we are planning to develop. This feature we are planning to develop. Now what actually we do? We can store some values within the browser. In the browser we can store some values. Now if I enter username, if I enter password, if I click on login button, we are collecting those values, sending it to the server, and if it is valid, we are sending to the next page. And now if it is valid, what we wanted to do, we wanted to store it into the hard disk of the system through browser. Next time user logs in, comes to this page, if it is there in the local system, we'll pick it and display it. Then user no need to type username and the password again and again. How many times you access Facebook or Instagram per day? 4 or 5 times minimum. Every time you have to enter username and password. Then how do they know username and password? Once you enter your username and the password, they are storing it into the device. Next time you are opening it, they are taking those values and sending it to the server. Login, sending the login details and verification, everything is happening, but without your action. Just enter into Facebook, you just open Instagram. They are collecting the username and password which you have already typed earlier and sending it to the server. They are saying valid, then they are displaying the things directly. Validation is happening, but without user intervention, it is happening. Security is still there, plus user friendly. That we wanted to implement it. Now, what I am doing, I am clicking on login screen. Nothing is showing here. So I wanted to use local storage. How to use local storage? It is very easy. Local storage in JavaScript. They are going to local storage. Internally, they store an object here. That object you can store what are the keys and values. See. You just type local storage dot set item, whatever the key, whatever the value, that will be stored within the device. Now, local storage dot get item, you can get getting, storing, and getting. Understanding it's like it is like if you wanted to go to temple, you keep your chapel in chapel stand setting. Once you are back from the temple, you will be getting from the chapel stand. Getting same. You can store what you want. You can get what you have stored. Now, what I will do, I will implement it. How do I implement it? I'll go to login screen. I'll go to login screen, and I will go to We are on click of the login button, we are validating it. Click of the valid, on click of the button, we are validating it. Collecting the values from email input, collecting the values from password input, and sending it to the server. Server is saying if the values valid values are true, then we are navigating it. That's what we are doing it right. Getting the values from the login screen, sending it to the server. Server is comparing with the database and saying is logged in true or false. If it is logged in true, that means username is valid, password is valid. We are navigating to dashboard. Now here what I will do, here already in email input.ref.current.value typed values. Password password input.current.value is the typed value in the input. Now what I will do, I will say if username and password is both are valid, is logged into true will come from server. Then what I will do, I will say local storage dot set become. And now what I will do, I will say username. What is the username? Email input ref.current. I can give username or I can give email, whatever. Say email is ID. Email, I am storing in the email key in the local system. Then I will say local storage dot set item password I am storing the value on this input, which is the key email in local system. Password also I am doing the same thing. When I am doing this, if username and the password both are valid only. If I enter wrong username, wrong password, what is the point of storing them? If username and password is valid, I am storing. Then what I will do, whenever the page component loads, we have worked on something called use effect, remember? Use effect. So what I will do, I will import this use effect. Using use effect, we can detect the component loads. So what I will do, I will say use effect. Now what I will do, it's a local storage dot get item email. We'll be getting it that I wanted to send it to our input, email input. So what I will do, I will write like this: if it's a stored email, stored and what I will do here, stored email is there. Stored email has some value. Then I'll say email input ref dot current dot value is equal to stored email. Then password ref dot current dot value is equal to stored. stated something like this. Now let us see what happens. Whenever I run the application, whenever I load the application, by default nothing is stored. I think username is already stored. Now I'll say the old one is coming actually. Now I'll say Charan email.com. Charan, I'm giving. Let's say login. It's valid username and the password. Now I have closed this. Now I'm closing this. Again, if I log in, I look at fresh. Now see what happens. We close it. Now are you able to see? Username is coming, but password is not coming. That we will correct. If there is something wrong. Now that also should come now. Understanding what I am doing, I am storing into the system and I am fetching from it. Now if I go to localhost 3000, now see, username is also there, password is also there, which is simplifying the user interface. No need to type username and password every time. Now what I will do, I will type Mustan at gmail.com. Password is Mustan. Okay. I am clicking on login. It is going into this. Now if I close this, again if I open it, which it should show? Yes. Localhost. It's showing Mustan. I am purposefully, I have to mention type, that's it. Type password. I wanted to make it visible on purposefully. If I specify type password, it will not visible. Because we are learning, I am just showing you like. Now is simple. Here if I specify type equal to password, that's it. If I give that, you don't understand what I am giving. That's the reason I am purposefully understood what is the local storage. Now I am just right clicking, inspect, and here I am clicking on this. I am going on application. Are you able to see local storage? In local storage, I am clicking on this. Email and password there. This is where they are storing it. And then from there it is picking it. It is storing based on the browser also. Now if I open Safari browser, it will not work. It is storing based on three things. It is storing in the hard disk. It is storing based on the URL and based on the browser. If I open in Safari, hard disk is same, but the browser is different. URL is same, but still it will not show. Now let me open it and show you. Safari. Because I have stored through Chrome browser. This. There is a separate concept called JSON web token, then I'll be giving that. Local host. Is showing? Is showing the old one. In the Safari browser, I have tried something else earlier. That is sure. Got your point? So now, if I now see here, I think I have created now current login. Now, if I come to this local host, 3000 local host. Charan is coming, but here Mastan is coming. So URL is same, browser is different, hard disk is same. They are storing into the hard disk through browser and through URL. Understood local storage? Local storage means even if you close the browser, still you can get it if you open it again. But there is one more thing is there called session storage. One more is there, session storage. It is the same thing. Session storage is same thing, but whenever you close the browser, gone. Will not come back again. That is like a temporary. If you work for half an hour, that half an hour it will be there. Once you close the browser, again session storage dot get item, session storage dot set it. Get it. It is also the same thing. Session storage dot set item, session storage dot get. But even in the session storage or local storage, we can remove a specific thing, we can clear everything. Everything also can be done. But usually set get people use. Again, depends on your. Understood? So today we have improvised our form by improvising the security using BCrypt, by improvising the usability by using local storage. Got it? Clear? And next we are going to work on one more thing. Express.com. What is this Express.com? Any idea? What is this Express.com? First of all, tell me, do we create components in React.js application? We create components. What is the advantage of components? Reusability. Reusability, that's why we create components perfectly fine. Where do we create components? In app.js, we create component or we create a separate file and use it. Why I can create the component in app.js itself? Imagine I want 100 components. All 100 components I can create it in app.js also. So the whole application can be in single file. Why I am not doing like that? To avoid confusion, it is heavy. You can create all the 100 components in app.js itself. Can be done. But everything in one single file is difficult to handle. That's why what we are doing, every component we are creating a separate file and we are keeping in a folder called components. Exactly the same thing. Everything we are writing it in server.js. All the get requests, all the put requests, batch requests, post requests, delete requests, everything I am writing it in server.js. You observe here, everything we are written in server.js file only in Node. If the application is big, so many API endpoints we have to create it. Hundreds of API endpoints. Can I create it in server.js? I can create, but it will be difficult to handle it. That's the reason to handle properly, we create routes here. There in React.js we are creating components, here we are creating routes. Normally what we do from a React.js point of view, the main is app.js. Everything we use it in app.js. In a Node.js point of view, the main is server.js. Main is server.js. And in app.js, we create a folder called components. And we'll keep all the components here like sign up.js, login.js, dashboard.js, like that. We write it and we use it in app.js. Here also I can do something like that. Here I can create a folder called routes. What? Routes. Now here also I can create a signup.js. All signup API endpoints will be in signup.js. And login.js. All login API endpoints will be in this. Dashboard.js. All dashboard.js. And all these components we use it in app.js. The same way, all these routes we use it. Got a point? Complicated? What is the advantage of doing this? Easy to handle. Easy to handle. Now, all this just what we have done, we have created only one server.js, everything, all put, post, patch, get, delete, everything we have written it. If the application is bigger, 100 API endpoints are there. 100 I can write it, I can use it, but it becomes heavy. You split it and use it. That's what routes is. To achieve this functionality, we have to use express router. Use express router. Got a point? Complicated? Now let us try to implement it. Now I am coming to like in our React.js we have created components. There we have created dashboard, delete, login, sign up, all the things we have created. The same way I wanted to do it in our Node.js also. In React.js we create the folder called components. Here we create the folder called routes. I am creating the folder called. And here I wanted to create a folder for sign up. I think we have sign up is there. This sign up related API endpoints, I'll keep it in sign up.js. Now, for example, dashboard. Dashboard may have 10 API endpoints. All that I'll keep it in dashboard routes. Easy to handle it. Now, how do I use it? How do I use it? First of all, what I will do, I'll create a sign up.js. Sign up.js. I have created it. Or if I want, I can give the name sign up route. Sign up route.js. I've given the name sign up route.js. Because there also sign up we have given, here also sign up we have given. It may create confusion. So sign up route.js I have given it. Now what I will do is say const express equal to require. Yeah, I imported express. We have imported express. Then I'll say let router equal to express dot. Now I have created a router. Then I will write it here router dot post or get or fetch or whatever. Instead of app dot get or app dot post, router dot get or whatever. Now what I wanted to do. We have sign up, right? The sign up I will just use it. This is sign up. Say cut, saying cut. I will use it here, and it will not be app dot. It will be router dot. First thing I have imported express, and I have created express dot router. Then router dot post. Then router dot get batch put delete anything you can write it. And I want to export it. I've created it out and I want to export it. How to export it? Module dot export. Router. I've exported it. Because I'm exporting it here, in server I have to import. Server I have to import. What I will do, server I am coming. First of all, we are exporting, so I can import it. Say const sign up router equal to require. Sign up dot slash routes slash sign up route. Have imported. It will not work, we will have to correct it. I have imported it. Once I have imported it, I have to use it. How do I use it? And say app dot use I think it's not right. Sign up for app dot use and say hash. And now slash sign up is there. Take this to this router. That's what I have given it. Some errors will come definitely. The reason is our sign up we are using BCrypt, but BCrypt is not here. BCrypt is not here, so I have to import BCrypt. So no. Import BCrypt. And again we are getting errors. If you see the errors, upload is not defined. That means we are sign up. We are using Multer, right? Multer is not here, so we have to move that Multer. monitor and moving. Right now I'm just copy pasting it. Let's I can delete it. Again, here we'll be getting errors naturally. Storage we have used it. Then I have to use this also. Now it is no error. Now what I will do, I will normally we should get error still because the MySQL we haven't imported. Sign up means we have to insert it. MySQL we haven't imported. So MySQL also we have to import it. Sign up. Yes or no? Sign up means we are inserting it. MySQL should be there. I imported MySQL and that connection. This connection logic. Okay. Now I have moved the content here. Now I will try to delete it. Now why that the same code two places? So I am deleting the code here. Printing this because this one we have already used it, and now this also required. This we may need it for update because now sign up is there, update is here. So for update we need multer. So let it be for now. Like this I have done it. BCrypt not required. Yes, we need it for comparison. Let us see now. Sign up has to work. We have moved the sign up code. Sign up has to work. Now what I'll do? I'll say sign up. Now I'll say okay. Monica. I'm selecting some picture. We have one photo here. I'm selecting this. Now I'm saying sign up. Something is wrong. Now it is not working. Why? What is not working? Probably. So let me give just slash. Just slash here and here. Just sign up. understood the concept overall, edit it in a separate files and use it in the server. Just export it here, import it here. That's what I'm doing using Express Total. Let me try again. What is that? It is saying 104, not 4. Let us see something. Mistake. Router dot get. Okay. App dot use. I think this part is looking correct. So now we have moved the content here. That URL is not generating properly. We are making some small mistake. So what we have done, we have imported the router. Router let me check the previous. Now user is created successfully. I think it is working. So basically, what is happening here? You know, first of all, I have created a folder called routes. I have created a folder called routes. Inside that folder, I have created the sign up route. Some name you can give any name. And here I have created this sign up API endpoint. I have created this API endpoint, sign up API endpoint, because I have moved the content from there to here. Normally, I need to insert into database. I need MySQL. Create connection. I need and to upload the file. All those dependencies also needed. So I have imported all those things. And what else I have done? Normally, using Express, we create the app. But what I have done, I have created the router here. You observe here. Let router is equal to express.router. There, just express is equal to express app we created. Here I have created the router. Router.post, whatever you want, you can give. Whatever you want, you can give it. And this is executed. So now once I have created everything, I am exporting that router. I'm exporting the router using module.exports. And I am coming here and I am importing it. I am importing it. For that, I have given the sign up router. And what I have done here, slash sign up router I have given. Slash means what? After slash, any API endpoint is there. That means slash sign up or slash update, slash delete, anything goes to this. That's what we said. Now, in our server.js, logically speaking, we should not use this connection, and we should not use this disk storage also. We don't need it. Disk storage we need it. This upload also we don't need it. Some code related to sign up we have moved it there. Now, if you want, you can move this update also. Now here I said the router slash. That means after slash, whatever you give, it will go there. Now, for example, I'll create one more route. For example, slash user. Like this, if I given, for example, that means after slash user, any API endpoint will go into that. That means create slash user slash, create user slash user, delete user, like that. Anything will go into this. It's like using component in app.js, right? Same thing. Now, what I can do, update details also, I can move. Delete user also, I can move. Validate login also. Copy. Paste it here. Instead of app dot, I have to use router dot. Router dot. Router dot. Router dot. Now we have moved everything here. Some errors we are getting. So what are those errors? Upload is not defined. We have created now. Now everything should work. Now if I click on login, for example, Mastan, say login. Now all the logic we have moved to our sign up route. If you want, you can give some other name, whatever the name you want. Now our server is a very lightweight server file. I can delete. Our server file is hardly 27. Not even 27. I can delete these things. Understanding what I have done. Now this app.use upload static, so let it be. Now server file is very light. What I have done, I have created the routes folder, the way we create components there. And here I have created the route, and here I have imported the express.router. I have imported the express first, and I have created the express router using express.router. Then I have created post, put, patch, and everything, and I have exported it, multi.exports. And while writing the post, put, patch, the dependency packages will be there, right? For sign up, we need Malta. For password, we need BCrypt. All those things we have imported and used according to this requirement. And here in server.js, what I am doing, I have created the sign up router and imported that sign up route. Then app.use slash sign up route. Anything starts with the slash, it will go there. You go and check into that. Now you wanted to create all the API endpoints related to employees. You say slash employee, and you give employee router. Add employee, delete employee, update employee, everything will be there. Now you want vendors. You create a slash vendors and vendor router. Add vendor, delete vendor, payment to vendor, update vendor, everything related to vendors, you keep it in that. Now our server.js will look clean, simple, and neat. Understanding what we have to do, first you create routes folder, insert that JS file, then import the express, then let router is equal to express.router, then router.app get or post or put or patch, then export that, then import it in the server and send to app.use. That's it. Likewise, multiple routes, so you can create it and use it. And in any router, the dependency modules anyway you have to import. Now it is just not even 20 lines. Understood? All these days we have written everything in router in after server.js. Now everything like component approach we have followed. Okay. Any questions on this? Today we have actually improvised the previous thing. We have improvised the code by using router. We have improvised the security by using BCrypt. We have improvised the usability using LocalStorage. Got it? I want you to try these things to the existing forms what we have created. Okay. You may find a little difficult in this router, but once you practice it, you can practice much better than me. You can write much better than me because now I have covered router today. Next again I will use router for the next batch. 1 month gap will come. But in your case, for every task you can use router. So you can write better than me. I have struggled a little because it's been a month. It's a little I have struggled. Okay. Understood? We'll improvise further also step by step. Express.static are you giving? That is the problem with the that is uh, that is some issue I told you earlier. What you have to do once you get the data from the database, wherever uploads is there, you replace uploads with upload slash. Then something else is wrong. Okay. Whatever that is, simply speaking, there are two things. If you wanted to display the image properly, two things. First of all, whenever we upload, we are storing into uploads folder. That is not accessible by default. That is accessible only by using express.static. First, you give express.static. Then you give the URL and paste it in the browser. It should work. If uploads after upload slash is not there, you give the slash. First step. Server is giving access or not. Server is giving access. You can see it in the browser. Normally, just copy the URL, paste the URL. If uploads is not there, give the upload slash. It should come. So if it is coming on the browser, that means server is giving the access which is working. The second step is while accessing from the database, slash is missing. You try to add slash through coding. As of now, the solution. As of now, the solution is, we can replace a string, right? Replace uploads with upload slash. As of now, the solution. Now, I think the day before yesterday, me, Ankit, and I think Charan had tried. I thought that is the issue with the database. But if I give the same SQL query from JavaScript, we are generating the SQL query to insert. If I give that SQL query here in PHP MyAdmin, it is stored probably with slash. But if that PHP SQL query, that SQL query, if I am executing from JavaScript, the slash is missing. Understanding what I am saying? Now, see here, in sign up API endpoint, we are generating this SQL query, and we are building it in the console. If I take that SQL query from console and paste it in PHP MyAdmin here, SQL, paste it here, it is working fine. But if I execute the same SQL query from JavaScript, from here using dot query, the slash is missing. Got my point? So that is not actually database problem. Also, probably this query is removing that and doing it. Now we have to look into any other alternative. There is one more package called MySQL2. Probably we have to check it. Now we have to identify where is the problem and check it. But the unfortunate thing is in Mac it is working fine. Mac, the point is this. There are two possible issues. Either one is with database or one is with MySQL package. If issue with database, I am writing the SQL query which is inserting properly. But if issue is the package, in my system it is working. Now we are not identifying what is the issue. Got my point? So for now the patch up, it's not the solution or patch up or workaround is Once you get the data from the database, you'll get uploads number, you'll get it. Wherever uploads is there, it replaces uploads with uploads. It should work. If it is still not working, show me, I'll just have a look. In Mac it is working fine, I wanted to see it in your system. What might be the problem? First, express.static should give access to our folder. First thing. Second thing, upload slash should come while assigning. If both are there, it should display. Okay. I haven't found any solution. Probably you can research and you can give a solution. I can tell to your users. Okay. Okay, guys. Let me take attendance. We have worked on local storage, session storage, BCrypt, then understood the difference between encryption, decryption, and hashing.